Chicano, the ghetto Grim Reaper.
Is that? Oh shit, what is that?
Superheroes. Sometimes they're white, sometimes they're black, and sometimes they're even Asian. But they're hardly ever Mexican. Until now. Then the question evolves from, are there any good Mexican superheroes, to, is this Chicano superhero film any good or all cringe?
Oh no, CRINGE!
And should we just stick to brown-facing already established superhero characters and keep ruining them?
Bruh.
Let's find out. It's raining and the Chicano is dramatically touching this gravestone when it flashes back to three Chicanos in the Barrio with this random ass fool just chilling there to give some exposition, like some random Fallout 4 NPC.
In the Barrio, bad things happen when the sky turns black.
You want penis enlargement pills?
Then one of the three kids has to go home because his mom left him a plate of putazos, so she's gotta go warm it up for him. There's also this kickback happening, and all the cholos are there just chilling. When George Lopez's law enforcing ass shows up and starts to question this Mayan motorcycle bike leader.
How does it feel to be the star of the show, Emilio?
I wouldn't know, fool. You're the only one who got a 7-part series.
Two police officers were ambushed and shot tonight. Both are in the ICU. You know anything about that? El Chicano, the ghetto Grim Reaper. He's a mark as a warning to the evil that lives on that block. Do you know any evil that lives here, Emilio?
George Lopez is also being an ableist with him.
You come back to big mother leg.
Well, guys, have a good rest of the evening. No drinking and driving, okay? Enjoy the rest of your night. Lock those wheels, it's downhill, bro.
After that, the Popo takes off and he shoots at the stop sign, which is El Chicano's logo, and hell no, ain't no way in hell that the cops didn't hear that. Nevertheless, more exposition happens.
He cuts our hearts like the Aztecs and chops up criminals for blood sacrifice. He can't be killed. He's the boogeyman. He's the Cocoy.
When all of a sudden, El Chicano shows up and ends the Cholo leader's life, while everyone runs away and his own son watches his demise.
I'm gonna die for this.
Now it's present day with Diego, one of the three kids from the flashback, and he is a police detective doing some detective work on a crime scene, with George Lopez as a captain now.
Get answers. Do not let him utter the word lawyer. Yes, sir.
And A is Hector from the Hectorverse. Turns out some weird connection between tattoos, Diego and his dead brother Pedro.
Tattoo on his forearm. Mito 9986. Those dead vatos have matching tattoos.
Mito means myth. What's the date?
My brother's birthday, which is also my birthday.
But I honestly can't stop focusing on how much Diego is sweating and spitting.
Hey, you only look like that!
Bro, why are you sweating so damn much? Diego and his partner are about to question Hector, but he gets got in an ambush. Vato eliminated. It's alluded that Diego's dead brother Pedro has something to do with all of this, so now Diego is going through all of Pedro's stuff from La Pinta at his old mom's house. He finds some helpful clues and pictures with Pedro and his other homie Shotgun and another mysterious prisoner, and more exposition happens.
He looked up to you.
Shortcut. That's what we called him. And everyone thought it was funny. Till at some point it wasn't funny no more. That was Pedro. Did not want to do the work. Didn't matter what I did, how I tried to help him out, hook him up with jobs, with legit jobs. He wanted to sling dope.
Dishonor your brother. Are you really going to find out who killed my son?
You've never made me feel bad about being a cop's son. Don't start now.
Then don't make me feel bad about being a mother.
That's why your baby is dead as hell.
They find one of the suspects in that mysterious picture, Shotgun, and begin to question him along with pressing him.
Mom was like Indiana Jones and she got started with that bell, homie. Remember that shit? Fast, fast, fast. Damn, man. Up.
Look who's talking. It's ultimately a dead end though. However, now they're able to identify that third person with AI, and let me just point this out because the film doesn't really make it easy to follow. The three kids at the beginning of the film are Diego, his dead brother Pedro, and Shotgun, who was also the one who witnessed his father get whacked by El Chicano, and Shotgun and Pedro were in that prison picture that Diego found at the house. So now we're all caught up.
Saul Campos, aka Jaws.
And they give the breakdown for his whole villain origin backstory and his daddy, who might be the big baddie of the film.
I think we have our bad guys.
Told ya. Diego goes home to study his brother's stuff when randomly he has a wife who was never even mentioned in the film before.
Oh, just woke up. My breath is funky.
Okay. I like funky.
Bro, you're nasty. Of course you like funky. You out here sweating and spitting and kissing. No cap. Homeboy is definitely a no wiper. Anyways, more exposition happens.
I beg for mi barrio. For Islos, por vida, for I am Mexican American again in all caps. The dead vatos in that warehouse, they were inked with the same tattoo. Okay, don't get all voodoo Mexicana bruja on me. I don't like that shit.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, but I gotta say, I feel like the vato dialect / slang in here is too forced and overused. I don't know, man. Shit's just not that smooth when compared to other more authentic Barrio films, like Road Dogs or whatever sick ass fool is in a David Ayer film.
You got the feria, homie?
My bad though. I'ma try to stop sipping on that haterade for the rest of the film. Diego finds his dead brother's secret lair and his Chicano gear, so he goes to that one random ass old fool from under the bridge, and he kind of explains it all.
Chicano.
Cucuy.
That's what he was, Diego. Ghoul. A ghost story. He used to mark neighborhoods. If you saw it, it meant somebody on your block was a target. Someone was getting killed. The Barrio. Bad things happen when the sky turns black.
I think he wanted to become this.
And never did.
He considered the cartel an invading force that was coming to reclaim the city, the Barrio. And they had to be battled back and beaten.
I guess the big baddies and the cartel want to reclaim Cali as Mexico, but Pedro was onto this, and maybe that's what got him killed. Suddenly, Diego gets called to another lead, and now him and his partner are on a stakeout for that one mysterious guy that was scratched out of the picture. So they're eavesdropping and getting valuable intel until they get ambushed, and it turns to this, I'm not even joking, disgustingly ugly car chase. His partner gets got, Diego ends up injured, but wakes up in the hospital, although all of his good evidence got destroyed, and now his wife and his mom have to leave town for their own safety. Diego goes back with that random ass fool from under the bridge to gather some more intel, and after that he goes to Pedro's lair, and it's montage time.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Homeboy does not look like he knows what he's doing.
Oh shit, what is that?
Otra vez, I'm sorry, I gotta say this, but it's kinda cringe. Is that motorcycle grease or conveniently placed black paint? And oh look, there's conveniently placed red paint right there too. Now we're at the bad guys party club and Pedro is about to ambush it, but not before they give some more bad dialogue.
Should be my right hand, carnalito. I'll bring you along. We can fall out this bitch. One of these guys, that's not how we do this shit.
Hola, Dex. Always, huh?
Always,
Por
homie.
vida.
Por vida.
Pura sangre.
Diego's there now, and he's El Chicano, and he goes from like this standard police detective, no wiper, funky loving motherfudger to a superhero, and the film never explains how he got all these powers. I mean, I guess he was in boxing, but that doesn't cover this or this. And I know what you're thinking. So far the film hasn't been that great, but are the action scenes at least any good? And no, they're not. Also, Shotgun kills his boss because
I'm a good sicario, carnal.
Dramatic, cliched mirror reflection scene later, George Lopez fishes around for dancers on that club raid, but it's just like whatever.
Your nuts are out.
Huh?
Your nuts. They're out.
Ah, come on, fool.
Also, Shotgun sees the myth, the legend, the cringe that is El Chicano, and now it's a dramatic cliche rage at the hero scene.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
And I almost forgot to mention that the main jefe is coming to East Los to kill El Chicano because he still believes that El Chicano took his son from him, but it was really shoddy. Now the two team up and they blow up the LAPD with bad CGI while kidnapping some cops.
They fucking blew us up. They blew us up. Who? Fuck Mexicans. I can breathe. I can breathe.
And it's all up to Diego, El Chicano, to save him. Shotty tries to intimidate the cops, but it just comes off as awkward and whack. Watch, I'll play this uninterrupted for you. Tell me what you think. Number 1, is that an electric chainsaw? And number 2, how come it ain't got no teeth on it? And I get that it's a safety protocol, but at least add some visual effects in. Nevertheless, it is horrible action scene time. No mames, way, this shit sucks. I know I haven't mentioned anything about the gunplay so far, but yeah, it also sucks. It's literally a few moments later now and it all of a sudden starts raining just so they could have a cheesy rainy cemetery scene.
Chicano! I've been waiting for you for 20 years! Even God wants this fight! God wants this fight.
More bad dialogue happens and now it's a cringe, cliched fight in the rain. Bro really thinks he's Juan Wick. Diego and Shotty and almost is at the end himself.
I can breathe! I can breathe!
But gets saved just on time. Now it's a police ceremony for Diego along with a funeral for the two bad guys, and they're also sequel baiting.
Voy por ti, El Chicano. Te chingaste a la familia equivocada. ¡Venganza para la familia!
Yeah, sure you are. One last thing that gets revealed is that one random street corner fool might have been El Chicano back in the day, and sure he was. Now the film ends on a ghetto Batman note.
I came from mi barrio, for Jesus, por vida, for I am Mexican American.
Something's in my ass.
Man, I know it's easy to nitpick and complain about movies when you ain't shit. That's what YouTube is basically made for. But yeah, this film really sucks. I tried not to be that negative going into it, but watching, reviewing, and editing El Chicano hurt to do.
That shit hurt.
It overloads on the cheesy superhero cliches as if it had a checklist for it. Hero gets mad and rages scene, check.
Why are you holding up like that?
Dramatic stare at the mirror scene, check. A final fight in the rain, Check. El Chicano feels like if you told AI to write a formulaic superhero film, but just switch a lot of the dialogue and words out and replace them with Vato and Barrio.
That Barrio shit, I wasn't. Dead Vatos
Barrio.
Dead Vatos in that warehouse.
No personal hate towards the actor in this film, but Diego's character has to be one of the worst protagonists I've ever seen. He's Mexican, but doesn't really feel like it. It feels like he's a Tito Ortiz type of Mexican. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's the best way I can explain it.
You're very welcome. Your chick actually had red penny night this weekend because you're getting paid because of me.
Came for me, Barrio.
3 out of 10 orales. Thank you all to these special Patreons. Y'all lessened the hurt of reviewing this film. And please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, later.